Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Mucedorus and we get to hear from Segasto today in Act 1, Scene 2. Now remember at the beginning of this scene there was a bear that was chasing first Mouse and then Segasto and Amandine, and Segasto ran away and left Amandine by herself, but then Mucedorus killed the bear off stage and came back in with the bear's head, and he's like, you should feel better about this now, and she's like, oh my goodness, thank you, I do. Let's go tell my dad, the King of Aragon, how amazing you are, and why don't you just carry that bear's head around with you for a while so that everybody knows that you're the one that saved me from this bear. Oh, and by the way, I'm the heir to the throne and my dad wants me to marry Segasto. And Mucedorus is not super impressed with Segasto, but he's very happy to be invited to the court, so they exit. And when they exit, Segasto comes back in and is on the stage by himself, and he gets to say, when heaps of harms do hover overhead, 'tis time, as then some say, to look about, and of ensuing harms to choose the least. But hard, yea, hapless is that wretch's chance, luckless his lot, and caitiff-like accursed, at whose proceedings fortune ever frowns. Myself, I mean, most subject unto thrall, for I, the more I seek to shun the worst, the more by proof I find myself accursed. Erewhiles assaulted with an ugly bear, with Amandine in company all alone, forthwith by flight I thought to save myself, leaving my Amandine unto her shifts. For death it was for to resist the bear, and death no less of Amandine's harms to hear. Accursed I in lingering life thus long. In living thus, each minute of an hour doth pierce my heart with darts of 1,000 deaths. If she by flight her fury do escape, what will she think? Will she not say yea flatly to my face, accusing me of mere disloyalty? A trusty friend is tried in time of need, but I, when she in danger was of death and needed me, and cried, Segasto, help! I turned my back and quickly ran away. Unworthy I to bear this vital breath. But what needs these plaints? If Amandine do live, then happy I. She will in time forgive, and so forget. Amandine is merciful, not Juno-like, in harmful heart to harbor hatred long. So this is Segasto recognizing that he's a coward and feeling bad about it. He comes out first and he's like, you know, when all of the bad things are happening at the same time, you usually try to choose the least bad thing, but in my particular situation, all of the things are horribly, horribly bad and just go to prove that I'm going to continue to have bad luck. And he recounts a little bit the story of the bear. He's like, you know, I was attacked by a bear when I was with Amandine, and I thought I had to run for my life, so I left her by herself because either I was going to be killed by the bear, or if I leave, I'm going to be killed by the comments that she makes about the fact that I didn't save her. So he's like, this is horrible. And then also, what if she's still alive? You know, we're supposed to be getting married. What is she going to say? What does she think of me that I ran away? Like, how do I face that? She's going to accuse me of being disloyal. Like, you're supposed to help your friends, but I practically used her as a human shield. She was screaming for help, and I turned my back and I ran away. So he gets to the point where he's almost like, you know, I don't deserve to live anymore. And since this is a comedy, you could play that whichever way you want to. It could be the literal, oh my God, I want to die, or it could be the more metaphorical, sarcastic, oh my God, I died kind of thing. But in the last couple lines, he's like, you know what? she'll forgive me. She's a kind person. She'll forgive me if she's still alive. Please let her still be alive. At which point Mouse comes running back in and he's screaming, a bear, a bear, a bear. And Segasto's like, seriously? Another bear? Why are there so many bears? And Mouse is running around like, and I had the hay and I was trying to feed my horse. And then there was this big white bear. And he's like, a white bear? You saw it? You're sure you saw a white bear? That wasn't like a milkmaid, perhaps? He's like, no, it was a bear. I saw its belly. And he's like, was it carrying a bucket? And he's like, no, it was a bear. I saw a bear. And then they get into a conversation about how Mouse got his name. And we find out that he is Ratson's son. So technically his name is Mouse Ratson. But Segasto is like, you know what, this guy, he's kind of funny, he's kind of entertaining, he's kind of cute. Like maybe he could come with me to court and be my manservant, whatever. So he offers that option to Mouse, and Mouse is like, well, but how do you make a living? And Segasto's like, well, I make a living just on my lands. And Mouse is like, I'm not gonna just go live on the land and get my clothes all dirty. And he's like, no, you misunderstood. I want you to come with me to court and you'll be my manservant. You'll help me with stuff and you'll get to see the king. And Mouse is like, which king? And Segasto's like, the king. And Mouse is, after a little bit of back and forth like this with Mouse, kind of misunderstanding what court is all about and what is involved in waiting on Segasto, he finally agrees to go. He's like, you know what, that seems like that could be a good living for me, and you're a good man. So let me go home and get my clothes, and then I'll come with you to court. So the two of them head off, and that's the end of Act 1, Scene 2. So I don't know if you guys are enjoying this play as much as I am, but it's really silly so far, and I'm having fun getting through it. So I hope you are too. Please leave me comments in the comment section below and tell me what you think so far. And we've still got plenty to go. So come on back tomorrow for some more. I'll see you then. Mwah.